Hello and welcome to my new series of travel videos. Join me as I take you on a tour through where I most recently went to the Czech Republic and Austria. Now, day one, I start off by heading into Prague. Had a half day. I was jet lagged, so it'll be a shorter video. And one of the first things I did was head on over to the Prague National Museum. There is some renovations going on. You see there, that's a statue of St. Wenceslas. You'll see him a lot of places. He's the Catholic patron saint of Czechia, as well as the Duke of Bohemia, so he's a big deal. Sadly got assassinated by his brother over 1,000 years ago. Anyways, the inside of this museum is one of the most beautiful museums I've ever seen, so do check it out. I've really enjoyed going to museums more and more, learning about the local history and culture. Of course, in the Czech Republic, there is a large Christian Catholic history, and there are some beautiful, beautiful artifacts on display. That was the St. Wenceslas crown. And there he is again. Love the architecture. Prague's one of those places you can walk around, and it's beautiful everywhere. Now, on the left, that is the famous 600-year-old astronomical clock. It tracks zodiac, sun, moon. Each day it rotates to pay homage to a different saint. And the astronomical clock is in Old Town. This is the center square. And again, the architecture, the color of all the different buildings, it's beautiful. It almost reminds me a little bit of some of the French architecture I saw in Saigon, Vietnam, as funny as that is. And after all that, headed to my hotel right by that Franz Kafka head. Got myself a latte, some chicken waffles. That was delicious. And I got a lot of Pilsners. This is the well-known famous beer in Prague. And yes, it is delicious. Don't worry about how much foam there is on top. You don't feel bloated or hungover. No matter how many of those you drink, they are fantastic. And to close out day one of Prague, I took a boat tour of the Vltava River. There in the background, you see the Charles Bridge, 600-year-old bridge. There is the Prague Castle and Cathedral. I'll show that in a future video of Prague. Beautiful place. In the Charles Bridge, it's one of those things I have to admit. On Google Images, I saw, Charles Bridge, famous 600-year-old bridge. So what? I saw a lot of pictures of it, but it's one of those things that doesn't do it justice until you see it in person. And when you see it in person, I'll show more on the Charles Bridge in the next video, but it's got so much chaotic randomness and symmetry to it. It's just beautiful. Kind of like when you go into the inside of an old Catholic cathedral, you get lost in the details, and it's one of those things you want to walk that bridge at least once. You want to walk it a dozen times. But really nice late afternoon, early evening boat tour. Got to see one of those old spinning wheels. Even though it spins, it's not like working or functioning to its purpose anymore. But Prague it's absolutely beautiful. I understood the hype of Prague very early on. It has a wonderful culture. Love walking the streets. Beautiful views everywhere. I've heard from many, many people over the years, go to Prague, go to Prague. And it may not have like any one thing that blows you away, but it has a lot of very good things that are cool. Now here, I'm sure you're probably like, whoa, what the heck is that? This is the famous Franz Kafka head. Franz Kafka, famous writer from Prague, wrote a book called Metamorphosis. I have not read it yet, but when you're in the Czech Republic, you'll see a lot of stuff referring or showcasing St. Wenceslas, as I mentioned before, and Franz Kafka. This cool rotating head right next to my hotel. So I had to check it out, and the views at night were great. So anyways, hope you enjoyed day one, and come on back for day two of Prague.